In the shade of the laurel tree that grew beside the impluvium, Lucius Aemilius Paterfamilius, of an old but modest house on the Caelian hill, sat on a stone bench, eyes half closed, listening to the water trickle into the basin. His youngest son, Marcus, 12 years old and all elbows, stormed through the peristyle kicking at loose tesserae. "Father," he burst out, "why do I keep hating Quintus from the Subura? Every time I see his smug face, I want to smash it. I don't want these thoughts." Lucius opened one eye. "Come with me." He rose and led the boy past the lararium through the narrow door that opened onto the strip of land behind the house. 2 small rectangular gardens, each no wider than a man is tall, divided only by a low line of bricks. The first plot blazed with life, dark purple iris standing like sentries, rosemary spilling silver green over the edges, roses so red they looked wet, and neat rows of lettuce and parsley. Every weed had been murdered years ago. The second plot, the same size, same southern exposure, was a battlefield lost to chaos. Giant thistles scratched at the sky. Bindweed strangled what had once been beans. Dry stalks rattled like bones. Marcus stared, mouth open. Lucius spoke quietly. 25 years ago, when your Uncle Gaius and I came back from the war in Spain, our father gave each of us one of these strips. Same soil, same sun, same water from the aqueduct. He pointed to the wilderness. Gaius was always busy. Clients in the morning, the baths, the races, dinners that lasted until dawn. He told himself, "I'll clear it next week." Next week never came. The wind brought seeds from the vacant lots. Goats dropped dung full of seeds. He planted nothing. You see the harvest. Lucius rested a heavy hand on his son's shoulder and turned him toward the flourishing garden. "This one was mine. Every single day, even when the Legion was camped outside Numantia and I was bone-tired, I pulled one handful of weeds. Every day I dropped in one good seed. Courage when I was afraid, loyalty when others deserted, gratitude when we had nothing but acorn bread. 25 years, same effort either way." Marcus said nothing, eyes moving from ruin to splendor. Lucius knelt, snapped a ripe thistle from the wild plot, and held it high. Hundreds of white parachutes lifted on the afternoon breeze and drifted over the wall toward the city. "Your mind is a Roman garden, Marcus," he said. "Neglect it, and the weeds of anger, envy, and pride will sow themselves. Tend it, pull one bad thought each morning, plant one good one, and in time you will walk beneath your own shade and eat your own fruit." The boy watched the thistle seeds vanish above the rooftops. That night, long after the oil lamps were trimmed and the household slept, Lucius passed the open back door on his way to the latrina. Moonlight silvered the garden. There was Marcus on his knees in the patch that had always been left empty beside the fig tree, fingers black with earth, carefully teasing out the first tiny weeds from soil no bigger than a funeral tablet. Lucius paused in the shadows, the corner of his mouth lifting. Years later, when Lucius Aemilius was carried out to the pyre beyond the Esquiline gate, the slaves claimed that the sweetest roses in all of Rome lined the path from the house to the street, roses planted by a boy who learned to nurture a hidden garden, one handful at a time. If you liked the story, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe.